Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Rams.
Vegas.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Walters. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. Sheffield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Walters. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On 2nd down now, it's Walters. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Off play action. Sheffield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Sheffield able to find Waller. That's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Back to throw. Sheffield. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
They'll run on first down. Walters. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Sheffield. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. To throw on 3rd down, Richardson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now Richardson looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And bulldozing his way through, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Rams are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Sheffield. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one, 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. looking to throw. Richardson. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run here with Akers. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken at about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time, it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Off the play fake, Sheffield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot. And
what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second and 4. They'll go again here with Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Akers, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, Akers. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Back to throw. Richardson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for L.A. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walters. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, it's Walters. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Richardson to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Off play action. Richardson. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. Down right around the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Sheffield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, it's Walters. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Sheffield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll run on 1st down. Walters. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walters. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, it's Walters. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 36. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll run on first down. Walters. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walters. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, it's Walters. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Walters. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, it's Walters. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
He's coming. Check him. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.